Hello everyone and welcome back to the stream. Today we are going to fly from Raleigh International Airport to Charlotte Douglas International Airport during the snowstorm that's currently hitting North Carolina. So we're going to be in the Southwest livery, but this is an American Airlines flight. And let's just go ahead and get set up. I've already started the plane, so we don't have to go through all that. We'll just do all the FMC stuff. Alright, we're going to take 05 left out, and no SIDS. We're going to land ILS 36C, the Cheesley, Estelle, and let's see, this is flight American Airlines 1903 that I'm copying here. Put in that waypoint. Alright. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Alright, that looks good. So we'll just finish putting in all this stuff, and I'm not a real pilot, so don't copy any of this. Alright, cruising at 18,000 feet, which is not very high. Not sure we'll even get over the storm at 18,000 feet. Alright, we'll take off flaps 5, get our trim 7. Can't be right. That's crazy. Let's do this again. See what happens when we do the quest again. See what. Wonder if that changed anything. Take off speed. Didn't change that at all. Okay. Alright, I guess I'll do 7 on the trim. It seems kind of wild. Last time I did this, same plane setup and everything. It was a little over 6. Alright, I did that. Alright, we're going to be landing ILS 36C. So we're going to put in the ILS frequency of airport real quick, just to have it ready. Three degrees. Put that up to 250. Alright, let's turn lights on. And set the packs to 18,000 cruise. Alright, I think we are ready for pushback. Turn on flight directors. Alright, yeah, let's get some pushback here. I'm just going to use the built-in one because it's a little quicker. Seems to work okay. I'm flying the PMDG 737-700, the Southwest livery. Snow is not too heavy in Raleigh so far. Charlotte's got, I think, like 4 to 5 inches at least already. So, storm is just starting here. Charlotte should be a much different picture. Alright, stop, push back. Hopefully the tug will disappear here in a second. Alright, we got pushed back. We're not going to do ATC stuff. Snow is coming down like flurries in Raleigh at the current moment. And I guess we should turn on de-icing just in case. Wing anti-ice. Probably don't need engine anti-ice. Probably don't need it at all, to be honest. Alright, let's go ahead. Taxi out to 05 left. So we're going to take off, make a left turn to the south after we lift off. Then we'll fly below the airport, turn around and land heading north in Charlotte. Going a little fast on the taxiway here. Alright, let's hold short, see if anybody is on approach. Doesn't look like anybody is around, so let's continue on and go ahead and take off. Flaps are set. Auto throttles on. And flight two, clear for takeoff. Alright, going toga. No idea what that caution is going. Let's pretend like that caution didn't happen. Alright, there's a little shortcut right there.
80 knots.
I think winds are pretty calm in Raleigh at the moment. I'll check the VTAR in a second. But visibility looks really poor.
Rotate.
Alright, let's see how this trim situation works out. Man, it's kind of sluggish.
Positive rate.
Alright, positive rate, flaps coming up. Yeah, visibility is pretty poor now. I guess the snow bands are finally hitting RDU. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and start turning. Can't see anything out the window. Yeah, we can probably turn a little sharper. Alright, let's get autopilot ready. LNAV, VNAV. Hopefully it'll engage once I get on course. Taking my sweet time with this turn. Probably taking a little bit too long. Alright, I'll pull the flaps up. Kind of straight now. Let's see if autopilot will gauge. Yep, looks like it. Okay, probably gonna make a wild turn to the path. Whoa. Those clouds look crazy. They look kind of terrible, honestly. They do a very good job with the clouds in this game. At least at 1080p. They look better at 4K. But this is pretty wild looking. Alright, let's check to see how close we are to the path. Alright, looks like we're right on course, headed for the Qatar waypoint. Crazy views out the window. Not much to see really though, because all the clouds, so I'll just kind of rotate through some of these views. Yeah, we're in the soup now, so I'm not going to be able to see much. We'll go back to cockpit. Alright, we have hit top of climb right in the soup. So this is going to be kind of an ugly flight. Luckily it's short, so we won't be up here for very long. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there will not be snack service on today's flight. And there may be some unexpected turbulence because of the weather. Yeah, not much to look at outside. It's pretty soupy. Let's see where we're at. We are currently directly south of Burlington, kind of in between Asheville and Apex. That's a nice view. we'll be getting our top descent pretty soon. How much time we got? 57 nautical miles, which doesn't take very long. When you're going 280 knots. We'll just cycle through some views here. Well, there's not much to do. Whoa, that window scratched up like crazy. Always grinds my gears when you get on an airplane and the window's all scratched up. So then if you end up like taking pictures, it comes out with all the scratches on it. Looks terrible. If anybody in the chats from the Charlotte area, let us know how much snow you guys have on the ground. We'll see if Flight Sim is very accurate. Got on live weather, so it should recreate the snow a little bit at least. Oh look, a rainbow. How incredible. Let's see what we got on the other side. Well, at least we're above the clouds and can see something. Alright, making our turn at, what waypoint is that? S-Dale. Top of descent, 37 nautical miles. We check the METAR in Charlotte real quick. Alright, METAR in Charlotte, limited IFR. 10 knot winds out of 20 degrees. Alright, so 36 is going to be good to land on. Quarter mile visibility. 1,000 foot ceiling. And barometers 2,994. Just go ahead and put that in. 2,994. Pretty close to standard altitude. So winds are low, but visibility will be the issue coming in Charlotte. Oh, I can see the ground. Looks like they do replicate a little bit of snow, so that's pretty cool. Alright, 25 miles till top of descent. Getting pretty close. Last call to use the bathroom. Better get buckled up. Alright, you wouldn't be able to tell, but we are currently north of Lexington, North Carolina. Gonna start turning more south here in a couple of minutes. Can't really see much. Clouds are still very thick. Guess I'll just leave my lights on. We can turn them off now. Alright, making our turn at Chesley. Next waypoint is Chris. And we'll start our top of descent in 5.5 miles. Very exciting. Very exciting. Got a feeling we're not going to be able to see very much on this approach. Alright, we are descending. Let's go ahead. Altimeter setting. Alright, looks like steady clouds below 17,000 feet. Get a little break right here. I think Charlotte's probably got about 5 inches of snow at least by now. I'm sure all the flights are not flying out of there right now. Well, it looks like we got one flight on taxi in Charlotte. Kind of surprised they'd be taking off. Alright, look at this approach for the ILS 36C. Looks like the ILS intercept point is glassy, 2,500 feet. Alright, so I gotta be 2,500 feet by glassy. Should be fairly easy to do. Currently over Kannapolis. Can't see squat. Some clouds. Check the METAR again at Charlotte, see if anything's changed. Looks like still limited IFR, 10 knots from 020, quarter mile visibility, and still 1,000 foot ceiling. So should be a fun approach, not being able to see squat. Says heavy snow or freezing fog. Temperature negative 6.7 Celsius. Dew point negative 10. Should be a fun time. I'm gonna check ASB and see if that flight's taking off. It looks like they just taxied and went back to the gate. I'd be pretty surprised if anybody was taking off in this currently with heavy snow. Here's where we are on the map. Right below Concord, and we're going to come down and make a little U-ey up into 36C. Currently passing through 9,800 feet. $30 miles from the descent, roughly. Man, these clouds are thick. Can't see squat. Lights kind of cool. Alright, let's set this to 2500s, intercept point. And I'll just put it in heading mode once we get past Ipe. We'll make the turn. And descend a bit. Getting a little bumps in the clouds. Wing flexing a little bit. Always cool to see. Not sure if you guys can hear it, but it sounds like it's raining in the sim now. Probably hitting some ice. Maybe I should turn on the engine de-icing. I thought the wing was on. Must have turned off. Alright, we are past Ipe. if it'll even let. Just make the turn. Oh, no. Alright, we're just gonna let autopilot do it then. It'll be kind of wonky, but it'll get the job done. Turn on the throttle off. Just to maintain a little bit more speed. We go ahead and give 10 degrees flaps. Just can't really see the rain. Alright, we'll start the recording for the replay. Drag required. Okay. Put spoilers up a bit, get slowed down. Oh, dang it. Put down too many flaps without putting landing gear down. Sorry about that, these people. New mistake. Alright, so we'll stay at flaps 10 for here for a second. We're getting close. We're only 7 miles out. Making our turn on the final. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put gear down. Flaps to 15. And we'll go approach mode. Oh yeah, definitely can see the rain now. I think the spoilers are armed. Let's go flaps 25. And flaps 30. Which we need to slow down a little bit for. Alright, we are on short final. Doesn't look like the ILS engaged. I went too many flaps. Set the auto brake. Dude, I can't see squat. Alright, about 1,000 foot, so we should be getting a little bit of visibility here in a minute. Getting a little bumps. Still can't see anything. Pretty crazy visibility around here. Oh crap, 500, I can't even see the runway. Hopefully the, no auto land, yeah, no jump. Dude, I can't see anything. Oh, there's a runway, alright. Autopilot automatically cut off. Definitely below glide slope. It's not looking very good. Definitely a go-around situation. But we don't go around this channel.
Bank angle.
Unless we're absolutely gonna miss it.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Woo! This is not looking pretty. Oh, that was ugly. Oh man, we're getting some bounces. Yeah, that was a pretty terrible landing, but we are down. Seems like more than 10 knot crosswind. Jeez. That was pretty wild. Let's see what that looks like. Alright, let's turn auto brake off. Stop the recording. Yeah, definitely bounced. Alright, let's replay that and see how jacked this landing is.
2,500. 500. Terrain.
Oh, you didn't give me a terrain warning earlier.
Bank angle.
Could have been helpful. Oh, little bounce. Not horrible. Hey, that actually looked not too bad, other than landing way far down the runway like you're definitely not supposed to do. Alright, that actually wasn't horrible. Let's see that from another angle. See if I can get the spoilers down. Let's do a little front view here. Alright, a little bounce. That never hurt anybody, right?
Don't sink.
Take a look real quick at one of the passenger views, see what else would look like if you were on board. That would probably be a little concerning, that bank angle that low. that actually seemed pretty soft. Oh, who's that dude taking off in 747 over there? That guy's pretty nuts. All right, we'll do one more angle, just
Too
for
low, terrain.
kicks
Too
and
low,
giggles.
terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low.
Let's do the we'll do landing gear view real quick. Whee, little bounce. Got back on center line. All right. I'll give that a rating of, I don't know, that's a solid 6 out of 10, I would say. Solid 6 out of 10. Not great. Not horrible. All right, Brick's probably cooking after that replay. Let's see what they're at real quick. Where is it? I don't remember how to do this plane. All right, we'll forget it. I'll just do this real quick. Usually after the replay, they get real hot. Let's replace all that stuff. All right, let's taxi over to a gate. We can see where to go. Yeah, definitely snowing a lot harder in Charlotte than Raleigh. Raleigh really wasn't doing that much. Seems like Charlotte's getting blasted pretty hard. I'm going too fast for this front tire. Alright, I'm just gonna pick this gate up here. Coming in hot. And stopped. Very nice. Alright, put part brake on, shut down the engines. Probably not like you're supposed to do that, but that's fine. We'll turn all that junk off. Standby power off. Where's my battery? Go. Turn battery off. See if we can get the see if it'll connect the jetway. Oh snap! Here we go. Come on. Boom. Alright, jetway is connected. Thank you everybody for watching. It's time to get off the plane, so I'll catch y'all later. Turd out.